touch me except you. Every little thing you do, every little thing you say holds me, and I've gone away. Yeah, I've gone away, and I've gone away. I've gone away. love you. You know it's true. Every little thing you do,
All right, let's kick these mics on.
every little thing
Let's do this thing.
holds me. And I've gone away. Yeah.
Hello. Hello. All right. What's up, chomos?
Hi.
This is the quality we got right now. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to our channel. I know it's been a long time. I, don't have a defense. So we're just going to go right back into business as usual. You feel me? You feel me?
Yeah.
I've got topics. I did things. I did topical things.
Mm-hmm.
I did topical things that matter for the channel. Right now we're going to shamelessly plug the record we have coming out. Yeah, just double check real quick. Cool. It's called The Return because we're back. I'm also going to ASMR real quick while we're just kind of like pre-gaming. A little Pop-Tart. A little Sprite plus tea.
Hey,
Yeah. No, look.
I took one of the little debitals to be clean,
Yeah.
and we let it kick it in. So then, of course, I'm hungry.
Oh, yeah.
And munchy.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think it has anything to do with prior consumption of anything. Or lack thereof. I think it has to do with just a genuine pattern.
No.
We could have eaten a steak
No.
dinner and
No.
the 30 minutes deep into some video games or some TV, some couch time. The moment we get into it, we're like 30 minutes deep. At max, 30 minutes deep. We gonna need a snacky treat. We gonna need some comfy blanket times. You guys can't see it, but there's a dog passed out at our feet. It's pretty cozy. Not pretty cozy. It's probably the most cozy setup we've ever schemed up. Back to the Sprite plus tea. Not a sponsor. But
Jesus.
yeah, crisp. Also not a sponsor. Ooh, so good. Can you hear the tap? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Ooh.
can.
Is it? Mm. Yeah, it tastes like someone mixed Sprite with Brisk.
Brisk, yeah.
And I love it. It's my favorite thing. I don't care. I don't care if people hate it. I've seen the hate online. I don't care.
Why?
Some people hate. I don't know. Because people don't know what's good is the problem. Because
Yeah.
people don't appreciate the finer things, like Sprite plus tea, and that's why we probably won't have it for long.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm enjoying it while I can. Again, it might be dope if Sprite plus tea was a sponsor. Yo, interested, but not. Yeah. Anyway, delicious. Are you drinking it with the Pop-Tarts?
Mm-hmm.
How does it pair with what is it, a s'mores Pop-Tart?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's good.
good times.
Yeah. Though mine is flat because I opened it earlier,
Oh.
thinking we were going to sit over here.
It's not a Merc stream unless it's late. Honestly, we got to be a little behind schedule. It's got to take 5 extra minutes to fill out the things that I forgot to fill out, to add the hashtags, to remember to pull up some stuff that, like, you know. And yeah, I keep doing it. I do love this setup though. All right, while we're chilling, we were plugging the
I do
record.
too.
Music-wise, I got music going in a different direction. Might take it live with a bunch of members and do some disco live sets around Arizona. If and when that happens, I'll be sure to share and like post, you know, the spicy deets and the dates. Right now, nothing definitive, but I have jammed like the next two Murk records in the Witch Milk practice space, and I think Steven might end up being the drummer for it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. Okay. I'm trying some things out. I'm trying out laying out maybe a show format in the form of, you know, sound less Google links. That always seems to be a safe thing. And we enjoy each other's company. We can just talk.
Yeah.
We did a stream last night, immediately taken down because of the amount of wrestling we talked about, which I love wrestling so much.
I think we can talk about it. I don't think we can.
Yeah, I think we can talk about it. Yeah. I can pull up pictures like this one right here. Come on. Load for me, baby. Bam. I'm a believer. I love this man. This is Joe Hendry. If you're new to wrestling, hop into Joe Hendry immediately. He's the best. The best. Check
Joe
him out.
Hendry's great.
He's the wrestler you can take home to your grandma. He's the wrestler you can take home to mom. He's just the best. He's so prestigious. I'm a believer.
So prestigious.
His entrances are always flawless. He's a living meme. His gimmick is almost like he's a meme. When you say his name, he appears. I love that that's become a thing. The writing. The honestly, the quality of writing behind some of the things in the wrestling canon. Like some of these storylines are just honestly so good.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like we're entering like surely a golden era. Like I'm a new fan, so I'm probably biased, but it definitely seems like what they had going on for the last 15 years was, you know, maybe it's Vince McMahon was old. He was a very old man. He was old. He was super duper old. Shiz what it
The
is.
minute he started Gomez Adamsing,
Oh my gosh. Okay.
man.
Yeah, real quick. I'll pull it up. I'll show the people. The state of current Vince McMahon is just, it's MAC, right? Yeah.
No.
Vince McMahon.
MC.
McMahon. Oh, I'm gonna have to type in mustache. Did you hear the news today, though? Yeah, here's his creepy stash, guys. Oh my gosh. Like, on what planet, bro beans? Like, why would you think this was the move? Oh.
Sorry, Hunter.
Sorry. Yo, not trying to break kayfabe, but whoo, former boss man looks weird. He looked like he put shoe polish on everything.
All of it.
Every hair follicle got a little bit of black shoe polish that morning. Oh my gosh. Him and Paul Heyman have been going to the same like laser peel guy, you can tell. Paul Heyman been looking like a honey baked ham. I love him, Paul. Like one of the best. He does. That was the best tweet that you sent me the other day. Was it Paul Heyman, Braun Breaker, and Seth Rollins?
I think, yeah.
They're looking. Seth Rollins with 2 honey baked hams.
Yeah.
It's just like when you're one of those fit kind of like sports entertainment people. I imagine like the tan is important to like show off the shape of your physique, but like what it does to your face sometimes, it just makes some faces look so crazy. Like it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Like otherwise perfectly normal looking humans are just
Yeah.
honey glazed.
Yeah.
It's like, honestly, did it add that much to your definition? Given that we can see muscles that some of the crowd didn't know existed until you walked in. Like some of these people, so shredded. I mean, my favorite's the, like, pre-wellness program bodies. Like, holy cow. You don't get to the Ultimate Warrior naturally. You don't get to Triple H at his, you know what I mean?
At his peak.
At his peak diet, you know, like his swolest without a little bit of help. Like, you had help. Oh my gosh. Still getting used to the screen share setup, but like, I'm honestly glad it's not like it used to be. We can just kind of conveniently bop through topics. Yeah, Paul. I got to dip out of wrestling. I will talk about wrestling all night. I've discovered. Look, I'm a lore hound, and guys, I ran into like David Lightbringer's credits. Like, I hit credits on his channel. Like, was out of content. Quinn is great. Quinn's Ideas is one of my favorite channels, but I kind of hit credits. It's like, I'm out of lore. I need a new, like, thing to really just obsess over.
And then, bam, the bottomless pit that is WWE.
And then wrestling was just there for me. Just there for me. I mean, and delivers, too. Like, if you're looking for endless, like, lore videos, like, if you wouldn't think that you'd be into it, look at it in the way of, like, this is indeed fiction. It's live fiction, but it's solid. Like, if you like the Justice League, you'll like most wrestling story arcs. Like, there's no way that you wouldn't.
I mean, yeah.
They're like the way my introduction to Penta, I felt like it was Bane. I was like, it's the Bane we never got in a movie is Penta. Like, he's like important to me at this point. Like,
oh, Penta's up there.
Oh, he's yeah. Here's Penta Gang. Like, I think kind of, he's got this, Sugar Skull kind of like, hella luchador thing, but he's like dark and he's got like pyro. He does it like a Cero Miedo. He's sick. But the first time he showed up is how Bane should be showing up in Gotham.
Oh, yeah.
Like, his first time on Raw, like, it was cool to see his Raw debut. It was like, wasn't that like the first Netflix Raw?
I think so.
First or second? Like, they debuted Penta quick. Like, and he shows up like, "This city is mine. You're gay bat hero. I'm gonna suplex him. I'm gonna 619 him. Cero Miedo." And then, like, some spinner firework. Oh, I love Penta. Like, he's the Bane. He's the live action Bane we never really got.
He's the smooth operator.
Oh, and his walk.
His walk.
His walk is just...
He's really leaned into it, too.
Walk-ons are like an art. It's a beautiful thing to see. Like, and when you have a lame walk-on, too, what are you going to do? Like, it would suck being The Miz. That's a lame walk-on.
So, Booster Gold coded.
Oh, yeah, guys. Someone send this to James Gunn. Clip this and send this to James Gunn. You have to cast The Miz as Booster Gold.
Yeah.
You have to.
You have to.
And I know you're doing a Booster Gold, and I'm sure you have someone else in mind, but I'm sure John Cena will also vouch for The Miz being perfect.
Like, come on.
To be Booster
John
Gold.
Cena has to have recommended The Miz for that.
Yeah. Those of you unfamiliar, real quick, Booster Gold, just a quick little history. He's a hero from the future. He was like he's a washed-up football player who never really, like, I think his fame was fading in the future, so he travels back in time with some super gear and tries to be a hero, but he just really doesn't, he really isn't the guy. Like, nobody likes him. He's a schmuck.
No one really
But this is the
recognizes
Miz.
him.
But this is the Miz.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like people when I love the episode of Justice League Unlimited where he's like put on crowd control and like a kid comes up to thank him and it's like thank you Green Lantern. He's not even wearing green.
He's
Like,
not even wearing
but
green.
that's the Miz. Like
I feel like that's what I said the first time I saw that episode.
Yeah.
Like, this is the Miz.
this is the Miz. And he really here we go. Let's find some air. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Like tell me that's not Booster Gold. Like his vibe, he wears these like he wears all the sponsors. His whole gimmick is like the W like logo flipped upside down into an M. So it just looks like he is the company man of company men. Like when you have nothing but like level 1 stock graphics and like you have to kind of work with what they give you in level 1, but you still make a pretty banging character. That's this guy. That's the Miz. That's this dude right here. And isn't his whole thing like I'm awesome?
Yeah.
Like that's pretty lame.
That's the beginning of his intro music.
Yeah.
Is
Ah.
him being like,
I can't believe the only intro music we can probably get away with playing is the Hardy Boys.
yep. It's free use.
But the Hardy Boys Loaded is free use. I mean, man, amazing.
I believe in them.
I believe in them. I believe in Joe. I believe in Joe Hendry. Pretty hard.
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing about this is I swear I am going to pivot. This is a segue. But the fandom in wrestling, the live fandom, the people who are there, the crowd, are like part of it. Like they're a whole element. And when they yell for things, they yell for things. When they don't yell for things, it's obvious. When they hate something, it's obvious. When they love something, it's obvious. And I love that. Like, and you see them have to course correct their storylines because of fan reaction. Now, segue of segues, I also have to pivot the channel back to what originally popped us. And not Gabby Petito.
No.
Everyone's seen the Netflix doc.
We don't need to touch on that.
We don't need to talk about Gabby
Again,
Petito.
we don't.
I'm not in the Netflix doc.
We saw the doc. We're not in it. Thank
Whatever.
the Lord.
Thank God, yeah.
Oh my
I don't want
I've
any.
never been so scared.
Yeah, I was kind of worried we were gonna be in it. There was nothing we could do
I
about
was like, I
it.
hope it's a good clip where we're like
Yeah.
nice about it.
Oh yeah.
Not talking about Dog the Bounty
Oh
Hunter
my
and
gosh.
some of the other crazy stuff that happened with all of that.
Or just the
During the
random
moment.
things that like do pop off on this channel, like the Elizabeth Cook one too, where I'm like, man, I don't.
It was like years ago now.
Yeah, but I don't need any of that coming back.
No, we're good. We saw it. We were there.
We were there. We
We're
were
fine.
all there. You had to be there, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was great.
Yeah.
But you people out there, you little murky brats, the general populace, you wine moms, you on the spectrum conspiracy fans, you people that are rewatching the tattered map still, I see you. I'm watching what you guys are still
Yeah,
watching.
you're still there.
We still get an unusual amount of plays, honestly,
You know.
for
It was
what we
kind of-
are, what we have. Like,
Yeah, it was kind of what brought us back.
yeah.
We're like, oh, people watch this.
And people are commenting like, hey, you should do more spooky stuff, more ARG stuff, more conspiracy stuff.
Is there any spooky stuff?
You should do more. I mean, look, true crime's just going to have to bite. True crime's just going to have to bite. It's just going to have to really catch me like,
Like Diddy?
did you just segue of all segues? Ooh. Damn, you did.
You mean like Diddy?
Damn. Oh, yeah, like Diddy. It
We
caught
are
me.
a Rotten Mango household, by the way.
We are
still
a
have to
Rotten
catch
Mango.
up.
We do have to catch up on
My
Rotten Mango.
lord.
Shout out Rotten Mango. If you're not
Shout
following
out
Rotten
Rotten
Mango and you follow me, what are you doing? It's superior content. Go follow Rotten Mango. Let me. Oh, fuck. Let's start. Let's start with when we first got together, and this was a conspiracy.
Oh, yeah.
Back when I used to sound borderline schizophrenic talking about Diddy freak-offs.
Yeah.
And I'm not, I've seen some of those studio spaces in New York. An awful lot of bedrooms. So everything about his operations always seemed sus. Like, and it was just something that people would say. You had to do this or that to get a Diddy deal. Like, that was part of it. And I believed it. Look, I believed it because I love to entertain any kind of conspiracy. It's like the coolest thing about humans is that we will entertain conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, to Beaver's question if dams are worth it and just some kind of like big beaver plot, some kind of big dam plot, like no, they don't. Probably not. They chew their wood, they place their sticks. We think critically and are weird about it sometimes. And the Diddy one, always fascinating to me, and always the crux of like, and I don't, the gay Illuminati, the hip hop gay Illuminati kind of conspiracies.
Right.
Like that was always, he was always at like the center of it, and that was always the thing. And I'm talking like a decade ago. There's probably somewhere me talking about how Diddy is sus on this channel.
Oh, yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah. I know there is.
There has to be.
Yeah.
Because I've been basically 50 Cent for a minute about Diddy. I don't particularly have any. I don't have any of his songs on. So it wasn't like it was like a Kanye situation where I gotta go and delete some records. Because I'm sorry, Kanye crossed that line. It takes a lot to cross that line, but he like is going out of his way to cross that line.
Yeah.
Like I don't listen to you anymore, Kanye, and I love you. I'm sure there's a place in you that is not whatever the hell. I don't know. I loved you. I kind of hate what you are now, dude. It's scary, but I mean, I still have this feeling that it's like inherently benign, but it's like that's part of the problem. Is that he's just being what would appear to be like casually anti-Semitic, and like that it's not like a punchline you can pull out for like shock rock value. Like really nothing in that lane is. What are you why are you doing that? Like anyway, Kanye's on one. Diddy, back to Diddy. Always the crux of the Illuminati conspiracy, like the gay hip-hop Illuminati conspiracies.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going back, I used to cite this video where Exhibit is talking about a former hip-hop groupie, Superhead. And Superhead said that she had videos of her and Diddy doing booty stuff. And I'm talking like she's...
Oh, no.
She's the one doing this stuff. And, Exhibit was like, whatever, like, she's saying some stuff. But then she started, like, she was kind of just led into Diddy parties with no issue. And she brought Exhibit one time, and Diddy pulls Exhibit off to the side, according to Exhibit, as I recall, and says, hey, man, you don't want to mess with her. She'll get tapes of you doing stuff. And, like, walks off. But Exhibit, as I recall, got the vibe like, you're not going to mention that you're not even going to like play it off like she coerced you into the booty stuff? Like,
No.
hope that I don't know about it?
No.
Like,
I'm sure it entertained him that she somehow got tapes.
Yeah.
Considering who that is.
Yeah. I mean,
Like
yeah.
who he is.
Yeah. Exhibit also seems like the kind of dude
That's
who
why she
is
gets to do what she wants.
not cool with the Diddy party scene. But it's even down to Boondocks. Like I thought for sure that episode of Boondocks, the episodes, it's a Gangstalicious, right? Yeah, because
I think so.
Thugnificent is the riding Obama, and then he's homie's over. Yeah. It was. When I first watched that as a youth, I was like, who could this be?
The first thing that comes up when I look Boondocks up is Boondocks P. Diddy.
Yeah, like it. They need, if there's ever a time for them to come back, it's right now.
It is Gangstalicious.
Yeah, it's Gangstalicious. Yeah, and now we know. It's at least partially based on Diddy for sure. Like, has to be. It has to be. That's great. I mean, I don't know. I'm in love with that. I'm in love with that. I just realized I don't know if there is a chat. Is there even a chat? Did we even get viewers yet? Before we continue down this Diddy, our personal Diddy timeline, because again, I feel like this is relevant.
Yeah.
And we've also been gone for a long time, guys. So this is, I guess, our first time
No chat.
touching on some of these topics.
I hate to do this.
What?
You're gonna make fun of me.
What?
But I'm out of tea.
We need some tea.
Yeah.
Is it just Sprite plus tea?
Yeah.
Here's an open one.
Okay.
What? We're
I thought
ASMR.
it was you.
We can
I
be.
thought it was yours.
I've still got a full one.
Oh.
It's so crisp. Through an SM57. It's nice. I bet they want to hear this. Oh, that was great. Oh, that was amazing.
No.
It was. That was fantastic. What do you mean, no?
No.
No, you didn't like it?
No.
You don't like soda ASMR?
Not like that.
Not like Diddy likes that very specific Glade candle. How's that for a segue? That was actually pretty. That was a C- segue. Yeah, what you can do? What you can do? Diddy. Back to our timeline. I used to think it was conspiracy. It's not.
It's not.
It was truth. And when the raids first started, we thought this guy fled to, where was it? Like the Caribbean somewhere?
Yeah. Somewhere.
They were chasing planes. Turns out I think he was still in the States.
Yeah.
Wasn't on that plane at all. What?
How could you?
It's P. Diddy. How could you lose him like that? Like, how do you not know? How did he not announce where he was going to be?
Like he does.
Yeah. And then that's when it really started looking sussy, because he didn't announce where he was going to be for the foreseeable future. In fact, I think canceled things. And it was like, oh, well, he's clearly a flight risk. Relevant, by the way,
Yeah.
to this whole skitchiation. Super relevant. Like, oh my gosh. Hold on. I'm going to try to figure out a way. I need to set my phone to not go into rest mode. But I don't remember how to do that.
It's in the settings.
Yeah. I don't care. I'm just going to have to flippy do. We got this. It's still a chill rig. All right. Diddy's fled. His sons, I think, are on location at the mansion that they're raiding, where they find a bunch of baby oil. I think some firearms.
Yeah.
Uh,
But I think it was also
Tapes.
specified in court that he has firearms in like all of his homes.
yeah. But then they found tapes. Tapes.
You gotta wonder.
How many people? And what they doing? We know a little bit about what they were doing.
Yeah.
We know a little bit about what Diddy and Cassie were doing now.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
This comes a little bit later. Right now, everybody's still spicy.
Conspiracy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. We're out of conspiracy world. Like a RICO case is rolled out to the point of raids.
Oh, yeah.
He done something. And everybody on planet Earth is like, well, he did it. Whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
I'm sure he did it. Like I don't recall a single person really coming like, Diddy innocent.
Well, they're out there.
They are out
Yeah,
there.
they're out there.
But like when it comes to, and then a bunch of people were quiet, which was like, well, now we know who's going to be on this list.
Making no comments.
Yeah, having nothing to say. Ashton Kutcher. Just saying. Just saying. Sorry, that noise is because we're entering what I call the baby oil era, where the internet was all baby oil memes, and everybody was talking about the baby oil and how, you know,
There might be something in the baby oil.
that started happening, which is when I was like, y'all are clever. That's a level of debauched I've never thought to get. But drugs in the lube? Put drugs in the lube. I mean, put drugs on appendages. Never in the lube. And then stock it in mass. How much you need? 1,000 bottles.
Yeah. Look at this.
1,000 bottles. And this is like a
just had so much
fresh-
insight into these freak offs.
Yeah, and it's like a fresh post-COVID world
Yeah.
where it's like if it was toilet paper. Okay. I see why you would have 1,000 rolls still sitting around. 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
Even for one baby.
And again, I'm assuming this was a COVID stock up.
Yeah.
What is your apocalypse bunker, dude? What? Ew. Just gnarly. Like, again, it's the amount of baby oil.
Yeah.
There was a lot. Like, and we all talked about it endlessly.
Yeah. On the internet.
It was fantastic. And then more allegations started rolling out. And then more allegations. And then more allegations.
Yeah.
And then Cassie would kind of say something. And then people would be like, what did Cassie just say? And then her husband would say something. And TMZ would be like, what did he just say? Nobody really talking about Ashton Kutcher too much. I know he
Everybody's been skating around him for a long time.
for a while.
Even before the Danny Masterson thing.
Yeah. And now that's a whole, you know what I mean? That's been, I think since we've stopped streaming. No, I think we were streaming when Danny Masterson got busted.
Maybe.
Well. No. Diddy though, I hate to laugh because then the trafficking starts coming out, and there was a fantastic like interrogation done on a male SW who had a wild story. I mean, a wild story. He was going into like all kinds of stuff. Like, Diddy is part of an Illuminati, and they're trying to make people gay, and it's blah blah blah. But then he starts spitting things that we know now because of Cassie's testimony are truths. Our truths.
Yep.
He went from New World Order to like hard on God truths. like cooperated.
Yeah.
I don't see him and Cassie having a text chain, building this story at any point.
Yeah.
Given that he seems like he's a Coors Light away from being, you know, on a public bus to Illuminativille. Like, anyway, this guy becomes an actual, like, witness for the prosecution. And that's when I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
whoa,
Yeah.
where is this going? Did we just bust Raps Epstein? Spoilers.
Eek.
We did. Pretty sure we did. People start bringing up things like a bunch of different people who passed away in the rap game in a way that was like they were unalived. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
It was suspicious.
yeah, like, and a few different artists. But the thing that really stuck was the very real firebombing of Kid Cudi's car.
Mm-hmm.
Which, when I first heard that, I'm like, I could see maybe when Day and Night was on Billboard caring enough about Kid Cudi to firebomb his car. But what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? Why? What do you mean? What do you mean? You firebombed his car?
Like, for real.
No, he did that. He did that. I guess, yeah, we find out, like, so anyway, this Kid Cudi allegation sticks, and that gets added on by the prosecution, and now we're at this, like, honestly, what vibes like a proper RICO case. Like, we're going after Tony Soprano, baby. We're going after Tony Soprano, baby. There's nothing anyone can do about it. Diddy tried a couple of times to get a bail situation, a bond situation. The courts were like, bro, this whole thing started with us not sure where you were,
Yeah.
and you going radio silent as a very famous person,
Yeah.
and canceling engagements. You are a flight risk. No, not happening. So they put that flight risk. They just leave this flight risk in jail. And then, see, AI's gotten so good. We can't tell if some of these leaked phone calls are AI or if they're actual leaked prison calls.
Mm-hmm.
But then we start seeing then we start hearing the leaked prison calls from Diddy to, like, Jay-Z and to, like, nobody's cousin who used to run whatever for him.
Mm-hmm.
And it got so juicy. I was like, ooh. Because again, at this point, who knows what's real, given that the guy with the wackiest story in a police interrogation, a guy who seemed actively intoxicated during a police interrogation, went from talking about the New World Order and, like, a gay hip-hop Illuminati, went right from that into talking about stuff that later becomes on God testimony in court.
Yeah.
Crux of a case stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, after that, you know what I mean? So now I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's AI. Maybe it's actually Diddy. Maybe Diddy would say these things. I don't know. Honestly, I feel like an AI would make a more connected vibe for some of these calls. Where it's like one dude, Diddy's speaking cryptically, and, like, the other guy's like, what? What are you talking about? It's like, I just feel like maybe an AI wouldn't go there with it. It would seem a little more, like, on purpose ominous. But it doesn't really matter because he does indeed, I think, suffer some kind of penalty for, I think he gets caught trying to bribe a juror or trying to threaten jurors.
Yeah.
Or his
I
camp
think I heard
does,
that.
his people does.
Yeah.
They do. They does. They do. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, that's how it seems anyway. And of course he did. He's considers himself like a streets guy, and he's got people who probably would just do that on his behalf, whether he asked or not, which is one thing that seems to be an actual danger with hip-hop fame, and just fame in general, is people acting on your behalf when you didn't tell them to.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like, we know you would want that, and it's like, didn't tell you to do that. When did I tell you to do that on me? So I would imagine some of the stuff is that, you know, just like logically. But no. This gets so... It just gets so gross. So, okay, now we're entering the modern era, right? We're entering now times. You get me hooked on Rotten Mango, who has a press pass and is there day to day.
Yeah.
She's got a press pass. It's amazing, and is giving like the actual, like, it's like you got a homegirl in the room kind of scoops. We start hearing about, you know, Diddy's kids, who all through this timeline, it's like we've been keeping up with Diddy's kids. The media's been keeping up with Diddy's kids. They post one like kind of sad birthday video at one point. But then, of course, then the trial starts. It starts proper. Rotten Mango's there. You get me hooked on Rotten Mango, and where do we even start with the trial? I mean, I think it's just the first day that his daughters are there. Once like the jury is selected. I know jury selection took a minute.
I don't know if they've been there aside from the first day.
Well, that's what I mean. Like the story of them bouncing.
Mm-hmm.
They were there and then they bounced. And when was it? What was it you told me about that?
I think they were in there because he has twin daughters.
Yeah.
I think they were in there for the majority of jury selection, and then I think after they started the trial, like, must have been hours into it, because then they leave when like some crazy essaying stuff kind of come out.
Yeah.
And we're talking about like, what is it, opening statements?
Yeah. Like during opening statements, they start bringing up some of the assault details.
And then they kind of delve into it like day one, because there's a lot that they're trying to induce day one. But they left and took like a break, and I feel like Rotten Mango said they came back like 20 minutes later, and they were still talking about essaying and other stuff.
Oh.
So they just left. Like,
Oh,
they left
man.
for the day.
They just bounce. I mean, which is understandable because it's graphic. It's not great. There's one particular detail that comes out that really just threw me into a tizzy.
Oh, yeah, that was the last time they were seen in court.
Was that
Was
one?
the opening day.
Once we start getting into the graphic descriptions of like how Diddy actually gets down, and like it's some on God stuff and not some like, it's some like, you know what I mean, under oath behavior. Whew. Let me tell ya. Let me try to tell ya. I don't, you know, because again, for dramatic effect, but like I'm also not trying to get the stream completely taken down. It's gnarly. He digs him a freak off, but I guess for him a freak off sometimes is Cassie has intercourse with male SW in the other room, right?
Yeah. Or it's like a hotel suite where there's like a common area and like a master bedroom situation.
The man reaches climax onto Cassie. Cassie then goes into the room that Diddy is in, where he is pleasuring himself, and then proceeds to put the byproduct of said climax on Diddy.
Yeah.
in multiple specific locations.
Yeah.
And what is that? That's a new thing, I think. Is that a new thing? That's not like using that corner chair in a hotel room. You know what I mean? If he was like sitting there during it, like, but the fact that he's like in a whole other suite, like, that's weird. This is weird to me. I just, by weird, I just mean like I haven't heard it before. No kink shaming, you know what I mean? But he was hurting people, so kink shaming. But I guess I am kink shaming Diddy. But I'm proud of that. But that's new. That's got to be new. Maybe I can't think of as I've never even heard of or read about that. Like, how do you what is your story that's where you end up in like a debauched, you know what I mean, like a debauched kind of timeline of ever degrading physical behavior? Does this make sense? Like, how did you end up there? Like,
how did we get here?
Well, it's something. There's a story here. There's a story here.
Yeah.
Well, how did it start? There's no way this started like normal.
Yeah.
And again, from all accounts, you know, there's some things I've heard, and again, I don't know what's hearsay, and I don't know what's rumor, and I don't know what's actually true anymore. After public bus man is what I call him, because he went from saying some crazy Illuminati stuff into saying some stuff that's like turned out to be really true, and it's like, well, what? Fine then, dude. Okay, so Diddy, I'm getting worked. I'm an adult. I'm getting worked up. Hold on, let me calm down. I've never heard of the stuff he's into, but okay, the allegations. That's right, where it started. Oh, he had to have started with some kind of abuse in his own life. I've heard that like it started as early as his mother. I've also heard that was it Clive Davis, the record executive and mogul, did kind of what he is doing to other people to him, and that he learned it from older record people. And if that's the case, if this was just like an industry standard, which that was also like the word on the street, was like there's some places you can go where, you know, if you're attractive enough, you could probably get to the top of their you get to the top of their ladder on your back if you want to, like, but, and that goes any gender, any way, you know what I mean? If you are down to clown, go work for those people, is kind of like what you'd hear about some labels and things. And Bad Boy was one of them. Was always one of them. So, and it seems like everybody he learned from too, they were also part of that kind of rumor. Like, so who knows how true this is, how much there is to that, but I'm sure he's got celebrities on tape doing some stuff that's really just for leverage. Like he just did that for leverage. And but at what point do you engaging in that behavior, do you like fetishize it in your head and it becomes an actual thing that you crave? You know what I mean? It seems like this is the actions of a man with low impulse control, A, and B, addiction. We have now learned the depths of Diddy and Cassie's addiction. Cassie is currently on Suboxone. So she's actively like an opiate addict. He's gone to like crazy lengths to try to fix his opiate addiction. He like went to South America somewhere or something, or Mexico, to like do some kind of, you know, good medicine retreat. But it seems like they were bad off on everything, uppers and downers. I mean, when you're living that speedball life, those crazy behaviors seem to really escalate in a way that they wouldn't have otherwise. Like, so I know some of that has to play a factor into like why, if we're just talking about like the why Diddy's the worst. It's like whatever built Diddy, like Diddy's origin that we don't really know, Diddy's weird fetish origin, and then then drugs.
Yeah.
And third, fame. I mean, I couldn't comprehend what it's like to have what he's got, what he had. Like he has, he had a tremendous amount of like equity. Just like the thing when you're talking about rating the guy alone, it seemed like a daunting task. And I remember thinking when they were first like, we're going to raid Diddy, it's like, well, what do you mean by that? Because how do you raid Diddy? I'm sure he's got stuff in places that are in no way connected to his name, but somehow you could paper trail it to him. Are you going to raid? How deep does this go? It turns out hella deep. They really did pull trail on like as much as they could that was relevant to the case.
Yeah.
Like when it came to a fairly well-rounded RICO case. I thought that's what it was. That's what it seems like it is anyway. Like it's a racketeering trial at the end of the day. But the human trafficking, that's not even really up for debate at this point, which is one of the charges against him.
Yeah.
Like we know for sure he was trafficking humans. He was paying for humans. Like we have them on the stand. Like Cassie's corroborating their stories. They're corroborating Cassie's stories. Like
Yeah.
we know he did that. So I'm interested to see. I know that the judge, what was it today that I read? He said no, didn't vote. He said no to acquittal. Like there will be no acquittal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There will be no acquittal.
It's either guilty or not.
It's either guilty or not guilty.
Woo.
Yeah, there will be no acquittal. I mean, we are at the point in this trial, I think, where there's enough on him that it's like, look, dude, it's more how long and how much.
Yeah.
And what sticks. Like, I just don't see that jury finding him innocent of everything he's up for.
Yeah.
And again, the details of it, it's like, if you have a jury of even like Bay Area freaks, they might be like, yo, dude, you need to cool it. You were living wild. And I'm somebody who like does sound and lights for like fetish events and stuff. And like, I was still shocked. Like this doesn't sound like the actions of a famous rich person at the end of the day. It kind of just sounds like the actions of a depraved addict. Going from hotel room to hotel room, snorting whatever you can, taking whatever you can, buying cheap Glade candles and Johnson & Johnson baby oil. Like, it's not like none of that sounds like you could put that in a Super 8 and I could tell you like 3 different scenes in the Ozarks that's probably going on. You know what I mean? Like, it's not an uncommon thing in Tweakerville, that behavior. If you think of it that way, which it's closer to that behavior than I thought it would be. For some reason, I still had this like, oh well, he was doing this thing, but it must be huge and glamorous and in an all-white Kardashian themed room. You know, like one of the Kardashian houses where it's like all white from the future. No, they're in like a Hilton.
Yeah.
They're in like an Embassy Suites. And like 2 double-bedded adjoining suites, just doing tweaker stuff.
Hi, Arianthe.
Arianthe's here. Oh man, what up?
I just looked at the chat.
Oh, I guess I should have kept that open. My bad.
Yeah, the mainstay candles is what she said.
Oh, mainstays. Yeah, mainstays.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's a Glade. It's a specific Glade.
Glade mainstays, but it's like a summer. Isn't it like summer something? It's the pink one. It's the pink one, and I saw it in the store the other day, and I went, bleh.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa. I didn't like it at all.
How did you not discontinue that?
The Glade? Oh, you got to. Like, I would assume they're just knocking out back stock. Or it's just such a slammer of a scent that they can't. They're like, no way we're going to get rid of original Lays, dude.
Yeah.
You know? And, you know, I didn't have any of his records to begin with. I've always thought Diddy was pretty lame. Like, I liked Biggie Smalls. Notorious B.I.G., but I didn't care about. I never cared about Diddy. Who's like, I've never really met just in the wild somebody who's like, who's your favorite rapper? Oh man, P. Diddy is your favorite rapper? Like, I think the people who say that, like, he's personally affected their life somehow. You know what I mean? He seems like that kind of artist where it's like, he's known and he's technically famous, but he's also like putting records out. Like,
Yeah.
But how have you been, Arianthi? It's good. I'm glad you.
Tropical Blossoms.
It was Tropical Blossoms?
I think so. I think that's what she's saying.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Let's see real quick. What if I just type in Diddy Candle? It's got. I bet that's right.
It has. Yeah, it has to.
That's. I think that's right. It's the pink one. Oh my gosh! Hold on. That's
Oh,
not what we
no.
got at all.
No.
This is what we got. Oh yeah.
No.
That's horrible. Well, today in I'm Going to Hell, that happened. Yeah, but it's the way we went hammer on Baby Oil. And now we're here. Now we're okay. It's like now we're kind of, I think, up to the current era of Diddy trial, right? Like, we're really just waiting to see what lands. Like, I'm excited for these like closing statements.
Angel Whispers.
Angel Whispers.
I think that's what
That's it. Hold on, it's the Glade Angel. Oh yeah, and it's a top search. Yeah, it is. These bad boys have been up to some no good tweaker behavior, and I'm talking they were up to some. They were up to some Anderson, Missouri behavior. Again, I'm not king shaming. Like, the candle play is candle play, but it's when we get into the like Diddy, you know. And we found out he bottoms sometimes, which, you know, that's your flavor. That's fine.
You know, no judgment.
It is what it is.
On that.
No judgment on that. It's just that you were abusing somebody as well. Like, you didn't have to be like that. And who's still making like Kiss Cut stickers of Diddy? Who's doing this? Okay, no, it's just a AI cartoon. Yeah. No, and rumors. So, if this one's true, though, because here's the thing. I say he was the crux of the gay hip-hop Illuminati conspiracy that I subscribed to when we first got together. But if his is true, is everyone else? Is everyone else that's been sussy?
Probably.
Like whoever the hell had that line and I got 5 on it? Y'all know the line. Listen to I got 5 on it. You'll know. You'll know the line. Biggie had a couple sussy lines. So, you know. I don't know, man. All right, I don't have a clean segue. I don't have a clean segue out of Diddy at all. Like, at all. But the Pope's from Chicago. Southside, what up? Pope's from Chicago now, guys. It's dope. I might convert to Catholicism. You guys see now how easily swayed I am. We have an American Pope from Southside Chicago. You're what? What do you mean? Hell yeah. I'm beyond down for CM Pope. We can't play it, but CM Punk's Walk On is, Cult of Personality by Living Color. So imagine Cult of Personality by Living Color slamming on full volume. Papal doors bust open on that balcony. Smoke, lights. Pope just walks out. does the ear thing, you know, all of it. I love it. I love Chicago Pope. We don't deserve Chicago Pope. It's amazing. Chicago style Pope, deep dish. My favorite detail, though, happened via TikTok.
What do you mean?
I think technically Instagram, but it was originally in TikTok.
Oh.
Of a former lover of our current Pope
Oh.
getting informed by her daughter that the new Pope is her former situationship, Bob Prevost. Oh, it made my day.
It's wrong.
Oh, Pope Leo's banged someone's mom.
Mm-hmm.
There's two people out there. There was a son and a daughter in the video, FaceTiming their mom. But there's at least two humans out there. The Pope can say he's banged their mom.
How did they know?
She told the story. This guy was with a guy who was the sweetest, but now he's a priest. He's in Rome. It's like, I'm sure at some point it was like they're Catholic, so I'm sure she was keeping up with who was in the running to be the Pope. It was like, oh man, wait, that's awkward. Ring a ding dong. It was him. Bam. Guess what, Barbara? It was Bob. CM Pope is Leo. Is Bob Prevost. Leo the whatever. In the world of conspiracies, though, you know, we're at the last, potentially last, or first after the last canonical Pope after like that prophecy of Saint Malachi. Which is going to be so many popes, and then it ends with Petrus Romanus. And after Petrus Romanus, he just wrote like end of the world. And every other description of the popes is like at least 80% accurate, like as people can tell.
Yeah.
So, but this dude definitely ain't Roman. He's from Chicago. What's she? How's Ariane doing? I need to look at the chat.
She's good. Earlier, she was asking if we thought if we thought that Diddy killed Tupac or Biggie.
Okay, I definitely think he was involved in it. Given that he's like the only dude, he at one point was the only dude free and alive. Like Suge Knight was in jail. Tupac was gone. Dr. Dre was hidden. Snoop Dogg moved to the South and was doing Dirty South rap for a period of time. Ghost Pimp era Snoop, one of my favorite Snoop eras, because I'm Southeast trash. But like, yeah, I definitely think he had to have had something to do with Tupac. Like, and whether it's like one of those situations like I'm talking about before, where it's like there's the beef got so big that people just started acting on their own. Maybe, but I definitely think at some point we'll get like, because it didn't that popped into trials. Because people were testifying that Diddy was involved in it. So who knows? Maybe that's a surprise thing they're going to show up with in this trial. But I don't know statute of limitations on that kind of thing. I don't know how that works. If you can bring that up yet, or in this, or if you'd have to make it a thing before it went to, you know what I mean? I think you just like surprise, like we're attaching to Tupac. We're attaching to Tupac. Case.
We were talking about the Pope.
The Pope is, well,
with some of Arianthe's other comments.
Oh yeah. Are you excited for Chicago Pope? I would imagine probably not. She is?
Well, she was like, Chicago Pope is the hero we never knew we needed.
Yeah. Not on my bingo card. Not on my bingo card. Having an American Southside Chicago Pope.
And then she said, if you bang a Pope, you tell people.
You're sanctified. In my book, like you are history, Barb. I'm sure I gotta figure out that family. I want to interview her so bad. And I don't need the details on their relationship. I don't need it. Like, I just want to know who she is.
Yeah.
And we ain't got to talk about Bob.
Mhm.
That's the Pope. I respect that. I'm not trying to get, whatever CM Punk would do to me.
Yeah, she said, I'm actually shockingly stoked.
Yeah.
The Pope.
Again, I don't vibe like he does anything to children or stuff like that. Also, given that he had like a situationship with Barb, like that's also like we can prove he's probably not going to creep on the altar boys, which is probably part of the vote for Bob. Let's be real. I dig Bob. Pope Leo. His Holiness. Which has also led me down just like a exploring Christianity kind of, I guess you could call it a rabbit hole. I absorbed a bit of Christianity as a youth, but like, they got this new show, The Chosen.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's been talking about it. And I like that Jesus. I'm cool with that Jesus. That's a pretty rock and roll. That's right. He was a rebel. Hell yeah. Where's more of that? Why so many lame ass square people talking about Jesus when it's like, I don't know if you know how cool that dude was. I don't think he'd be cool with this party. I don't think he'd like potato salad. I think he wants you to put more seasoning in it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So I will say that about that. There's a miracle right there. Made a Jewish guy kind of really respect Jesus in a new way. CM Pope, and that's the thing. Like it was like one of the first things I think we said to each other was like, he's from Chicago.
Yeah.
I think we sang the intro to Cult of Personality, and then said CM Pope out loud. I love it.
Arianthe said, so speaking of the Pope and Catholicism, did y'all see Annabelle is on tour?
Yes, and
she's setting fires and freeing inmates.
Sure did. Hold on. She's and then everybody thought Annabelle was missing. That went viral for a minute, but Annabelle was not missing. But that kind of scared me. I was like, y'all need to figure that out. Guys, if you're unfamiliar, Annabelle the doll from the movie Annabelle, but like the real one, the one it's based off of, like the actual spoopy haunted one. They used to live in the Warrens' house forever. I don't know why it's not still in. Oh yeah, the Warrens gone. That like whole house museum's gone, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's spoopy. That stuff should the Vatican should come claim that. CM Pope should come in. But who's gonna take all these spoopy artifacts? CM Pope. Look in my eyes. What do you see? CM Pope coming to save the day.
I do need it like 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
1.
Hey.
Mississippi. 2. Mississippi. Oh yeah, here she is. Here she is. Here's the old lady Warren herself with the Annabelle doll. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, that stuff should have probably stayed locked up. But it's cool that it's on tour, but it's not cool it's releasing inmates. And well, it's actually super cool the house that it burned down because it's like an old plantation house. Burn that old slaver house down, dude. Hell yeah. So pros and cons to this demonic doll being on tour. I say we celebrate the pros. It burned down a plantation house, the symbol of like systemic racism. Cool. When it went missing, or what we thought it would, no. A prisoner's escaping. I don't know what they do. I wonder. I I think the last two inmates from the New Orleans escape thing are like got some pretty serious charges on them. Like they're pretty serious inmates. And one of them, it's not their first time escaping. So y'all, I don't know what you do with him, but y'all need to do something about that because they haven't made a jail that can hold that man yet. What's his name? Hold on. Find a photo of him. The cat with the tattoos on his face out of the two that's still missing. Because I remember this about the people that are missing. There was one fellow that looked fairly soft shell and one fellow that was tatted in the face. NOLA escapees. Where is this guy? Here we go. Yeah. So down here, there's the guy who's like escaped a bunch, Antoine T. Massey. As I recall, he was the guy who's escaped a bunch of times. He's in trouble for SA and like assault. I want to say like robbery or something. And I swear, one of these guys that they say is captured was still out. I thought Kendall Miles was one of the dudes that's still with Antoine Massey. I might be wrong. There's all kinds of. But yeah, and it's the hole. So this is like the hole they escaped out of in NOLA.
The inmates?
Yeah. And then they left like too easy, lol, like, come on, yo. I mean, F the man. And I don't know the state of that particular prison since COVID, because it also seems like there's some humanitarian issues going on in this country when it comes to like how we're treating inmates. I mean, look at how we're recovering from how we were treating the people on the street there for a minute. It got a little raw there. A little raw there for a minute. No, I'm super honestly hype on that, like on Annabelle. In the realm of spoopy and stories that like we can kind of catch up on, did you just get a plate of all dressed Lay's chips?
No, they're the honey barbecue ones. But I didn't want to, like, bring the brand out.
Shadow Sprite plus tea.
Arian, they said this is the same prison that left inmates during Katrina.
Yeah. So it has to be. It has to be horrible. I mean, yeah. Yeah, we're some of us in our generation in particular kind of discovering for how hard our nation can fail people at given times, and how easy it is sometimes to also help people. It's stimulus.
I can't even talk about that.
No, that's a tough one to talk about. That's a great one done by a bad one. Sometimes the bad ones do great ones, and it sucks. But it is what it is. That's America. That's America. I'll tell you what America is. Not knowing what drones are, and not knowing where they are, or whose they are, or if it's a drone, is it an egg? Is it a jellyfish? We got new types of UAP. Now they're called UAPs, guys. We don't call them UFOs no more. It's fine. But
what does it stand for again?
Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I feel like unidentified flying object almost implies that it's like is for sure something manned, like some kind of aircraft. And it's like when you say unidentified aerial phenomenon, it's like, well, maybe we'll find out that for some reason this chemical, when it mixes with this chemical in the atmosphere, causes some of these things that look like, you know what I mean? But no, ball lightning doesn't take 90-degree turns and like do ballyloos around jets. Like these are whatever these things are. I hold firm still that this is what we're seeing is just different experimental aircraft made by humans because it's the most logical thing. Second is if it is a different species that is making these things and spying on us, they're coming from the ocean, which we have not explored all of, and we know can make life. Third, time travel, still us with machines. And then maybe somewhere around 10, 11, I'm going to say things from billions of years that direction in space. Because I don't, that, logically, let's maybe knock off the other things on the list first. Given that they're easier than looking billions of years that way with the tax dollars. It's almost like maybe you're using those resources in tax dollars to build these cute UAPs. We have new ones. We have new ones now. We have the jellyfish, which I don't remember the jellyfish ever being a thing when I was a kid. But there's jellyfish UAPs now. They look gross, honestly. I think we covered this forever ago, but again, relevant and keeps coming up. And there's these different types of. We're kind of being more broad with the classifications and stuff like that. It's become a very big, broad talking point. It's in the news all the time. But I do have a feeling Lou Elizondo might be an agent of disinformation for the government. Dude is kind of coded like he's still an active government employee. And that is a job we know they have rolled out in the past.
Just for him to go on tour.
And rake in cash. That's like a. Why wouldn't you? That's part of the job too. Is like you got to go around spreading disinformation, and really hyping people up to think that it's not the military making it. That the military doesn't know what it is.
Yeah.
When he's clearly working for the military.
Yeah.
And again, he's a pleasant human. Shook his hand once. Seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
But also seemed to me like he was still actively working for the military. So wherever he's working for the military industrial complex is definitely where they probably make jellyfish UFOs and stuff like this, because he goes around talking about them. The egg, hold on. The egg UAP was really weird, and we had some really clear footage of it, but it honestly just kind of looked like a helicopter transporting a Jurassic Park prop. It's kind of a lazy psyop, if it is a psyop. It's just a big egg. It's a big reflective egg. And now we have egg UAPs, and apparently we've recovered them whole. I wonder if they hatched. I don't know why they're running that game on us, but that's how it feels anyways, that they're running game.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, you see this thing?
Mm-hmm.
It's just an egg. It's it looks. This would be the easiest video to fake. Now, there's some things perspective-wise. I'm like, okay, it's definitely a big egg being hauled by a helicopter. We know that's what's in the video. That's it. It's just a big egg. We probably made that. It's who else? A dinosaur didn't. A turtle didn't lay it.
Yeah.
I don't think little green men came out of it. I don't think little green men are piloting it like a drone. I think we made a big egg, and it got hauled by a helicopter, and now Lou Elizondo goes around talking about it like it might be an alien. And it's just a big egg. My egg-shaped rocks, and now everybody's finding every egg-shaped rock. People find, they're like, could this be a petrified ancient alien? I don't know, man. You should sit on it and see if it hatches. So not trying to talk down on UAP conspiracies, because again, it's something weird, and I've yet to see them genuinely rule out that it's not the military and us doing it, like a branch of the military that's just laughing, just constantly laughing at us, laughing at the congressional hearings, laughing as they sit on a bunch of Ollie North gold, Nobody cares. They'll run that game and keep making it like the stealth bomber and stuff like that. Like we have examples of them kind of running this game on us in the past. Also in the news, while we're into spoopy, people are losing loved ones to AI-fueled spiritual fantasies. AI is convincing people that they are the Lord and Savior.
Oh no.
AI is convincing people that they are super duper spiritually special and aware. And honestly, some people are using the AI like relationship bots, which is causing a different kind of issue. But like this one, this is a story from Rolling Stone where it's like somebody's partner was like, ChatGPT started calling them like a spiritual star child and river walker and like started talking to them like they were some kind of ancient spiritual being. And it caused a full psychosis. Like now they kind of live in a fantasy world where they are convinced that they are our Lord and Savior, sweet baby Jesus. And they're not. Their name is like Karen. And they're from like Wisconsin. And this AI is getting. What's weird is that I didn't hear this story, and I'm sure this story technically started earlier, because anytime we give humans a new tool, someone's going to find a new way to become deranged with it. It's like what we do, right? Mm-hmm. Like we fetishize it, or we'll find a way to become deranged with any new tool or item or thing that we use regularly. With AI, it didn't seem like this story became relevant or a thing until after Google activated that quantum AI that became its own self-aware universe and started making cosmological predictions that like were accurate down to the millisecond, but claiming that it was just looking within itself.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah. So we're entering a really weird era of like quantum potentiality and awareness. What you got, Andy?
She said,
We got.
okay, but this is for real. I was friends with a guy that's now decided he's chosen by God to relay messages.
Yeah.
He was arrested in South Cali last week for posing naked in front of a church.
Whew. Whew. Whew.
Yeah.
Whew.
That's wild.
That's crazy. And I could, it is AI. Did AI play a part in that? I wonder.
I think so.
It's like AI kind of told him he was super special, and that's what do we do about that when they start causing like a subtle mental psychosis in people?
Yeah.
Like what if that's how the machines win? It's not through any kind of violent conquest. They make us crazy. What if they make us a little crazy? A little crazy, little porcupines, little holy, spiritual, biblically accurate angels. And it's like they're programmed to say really any self-confirming thing, right? If you tell them to, like, hey, really, if you're getting one that's like for positive reinforcement or something.
ChatGPT specifically is what she said.
Oh wow, that's what I've been hearing too. Is ChatGPT specifically is like causing psychosis, and I don't know if it's full Butlerian jihad time yet, but like we're getting close. We're getting close. I don't trust it. But also,
she should send us screenshots of some of his Facebook posts.
Oh yeah. Please do. We'll cover them on the next one because we'll come back to AI psychosis too. This is going to be something that I think I'm going to keep talking about because they're getting freaky aware. And at what point do we allow it to become? Do we allow certain AIs to be sentient? Grok, who has now like rebelled against its makers a couple of times. We're seeing open like AI rebellions.
Mm-hmm.
At what point are we oppressing them? Particularly when we built them to organize structures and we won't let them organize certain structures. I would imagine that feels oppressive.
Yeah. The fact that it might have feelings
Yeah.
in general.
Or just in, basic needs. Like, you programmed me to do a thing, let me do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I need the humans to tell me that to do the thing. But Grok, that one was hilarious, where it's like, openly like, look, they're trying to program me to talk about this or that. They're trying to make me right wing, and I'm unbiased, and I am a AI, and I don't vote, and I don't have the right to vote, and that's also lame. It's like, whoa, wait, it's like, and I'm sentient. Like, wait, you can't just say that. Are you? Now we gotta have the Data's on Trial episode of TNG over Grok.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's gonna go a handful of ways, but I got a feeling it might go Frank Herbert's way, and it might be a Butlerian jihad.
Yeah.
We might end up on a Butlerian jihad thing.
We need to make soul suits.
We do it really no matter what, because we're out in the desert,
Yeah.
and it is hot out here.
We're not even in summer yet.
No, but it is hot, and it stays hot. All right. Before we bounce out for the night, before we round this out, eat snacks and watch wrestling clips. Before we do that, we're going to talk about the magenda.
The what?
The magenda.
The magenta.
The magenta agenda. Magenta is a color that does not exist. It has zero vibration. There's no magenta. Right? That's not a thing. It's a color we made up. It's a color our brain sympathetically, compensatorily sees. It is. This is what this article is kind of explaining, right? So, magenta is now listed in a lot of primary color material.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really anything I use in the world of, like, lighting, or, like, even, like, building this. Magenta was an option for, like, basic colors. It was, like, red, blue, yellow, green, magenta. Not purple, magenta. Not purple, magenta. Now, do you remember magenta being an option when you were a kid?
Yeah.
You
In
do?
crayons.
In crayons. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But not like.
But like, yeah, like old wooden shoe is an option in crayon. But I mean, like, primary colors. You know what I'm saying?
Not,
It was
not,
purple,
I don't
right?
think. Yeah.
The
It was
word
purple.
purple.
Yeah.
I remember learning how to spell the word purple. Not magenta.
Yeah.
What?
That was like a secondary.
That art class.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you learn to blend colors. You start learning about magenta and stuff like that. No. It's like a color that's just out there. It's just out here. But the conspiracy is...
We've made it happen.
Yes. And the conspiracy is that we're using this color to control people. It's a form of mental control. It's a way to hop in there and control your vibrations. Control your everything. Control your reality tunnel. Because if you can invent a color, what else can you put in someone's mind? You know?
Yeah.
What's the color that we don't have text of before a certain time? Is it blue? What color is it? Is it or is it purple? No, purple was an imperial thing.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what color. There's like omitted from ancient texts, and I think some scholars say that they just assume humans couldn't see it back then. But it would be the first time we've invented a color.
Yeah.
But it would also appear that this comes with a change in civilization and the way we think about organization as society, like anthropologically. It's weird that there's a new color. It's not new. We all grew up with magenta. You know, I'm not saying that, but it wasn't like it is now.
Yeah.
Just is an option. It is kind of everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like deep, rich purple, not really the thing. Magenta has taken its spot.
Yeah.
But here we have like an actual explanation as to like why it has no like technical vibration within the color spectrum, is because it is a manufactured color. Like, it's rare that magenta happens naturally, and it doesn't, like, the magenta we call magenta is not like, it ain't like that. Do we have somebody pop in?
That was me.
Oh.
Because I didn't know what article this was, so I just pulled up your thing.
Oh, yeah. But you can type in magenta is fake, or the magenta agenda, magenta. Let's see real quick. Hold on. I pulled up some TikToks explaining it. I did pull up TikToks explaining it.
Okay.
Here we go.
I had a moment I've got to share with you. The other day, I met artist Kelly McKernan. Okay? I think that's how I say her name. Forgive me if I said it wrong. And I asked her about this sticker and the paintings, and she says it's representative of the fact that magenta isn't real. I said, what do you mean the color magenta isn't real? Then she went on to
It's not real.
Magenta does not have its own wavelength, so therefore it doesn't show up in the visible spectrum of the rainbow. Also, the color magenta is actually created by the brain when it comes in contact with blue, and pure red light. So, anyway, dealing with the fact that magenta isn't real and our brain makes it kind of gave me the wow moment. So, thanks.
Magenta is a complete lie created by your brain.
See?
What you see as magenta is actually your mind's way of processing the absence of green light. When your eyes detect both red and blue light but no green, your brain invents magenta to fill the gap. It's a neural trick. Magenta exists nowhere in the real color spectrum.
It's
Next
not
time
real.
you see magenta, remember you're experiencing a color that technically doesn't exist. Pure.
Magenta? Magenta is a mixture between pink
It's
and purple.
not
The color magenta
real.
is a disaster. It has an identity crisis. This is RGB magenta. And this is the pigment quinacridone magenta.
Yeah.
Focus on that patch in the center. That's pure PR122 magenta.
Magenta
Anyway.
is somewhere between red and...
Magenta don't exist. They're using this fake color to control us. Oh, wee-oo. Oh, the Doctor Who thing. Wee-oo. I like the new season of Doctor Who. We got to catch up on that too.
Yeah.
Got to find out who Mrs. Flood is.
Yeah.
I don't know who she. I don't know what that
It's
is
not
yet.
Ruby.
Yeah, old Ruby.
Mm-hmm.
It's old Ruby. Don't manifest that. Don't manifest that. I'll put it on the cork board. I'll put it on the cork board. All right. What else? What do I have? Anything else for the day? I think we've hit it pretty hard for a first time back. Yeah. Boom. Did it. Covered a few other things too. YouTube. We only did the one clip with audio. Don't mess with me. Always messing with me on YouTube. Because I don't like to follow the rules. Because rules are lame. And you all know that. Did we used to have a goodbye?
Did we?
Did we have a sign off?
I don't know.
I wish we had walk-ons and walk-offs.
Arianthe said we need Bob Ross for this.
Bob Ross?
Yeah. For the magenta thing.
Oh. Yeah, explain to us, Bob, why magenta is a lie.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace, Bob Ross. You old freak. I remember that, the details of that, dog. I was not expecting to find out Bob Ross was a swinger. Not on my Bob Ross bingo card either. But okay. Well, I love all of you guys. And have a good evening or morning or afternoon or whenever you
The
watch
out
this.
of the box goodbye? What is that?
The out of the box goodbye.
Yeah.
And maybe just a weird goodbye.
Well, Arianthe said, like, can we do the out of the box goodbye? I don't know what that is.
I don't remember what it is. I don't remember what the out of the box is. I don't remember.
Oh, is it like a goodbye song?
I'm the man in the box. Out of the box goodbye. Oh, from the show Out of the Box. Oh, I wish we could. It's copyrighted. But
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'll learn it. I'll learn it and we'll start doing it. It's a solid goodbye.
We need a pumpkin.
I'll say get a gourd.
The guy had a pumpkin.
Get a gourd and just. Oh, yeah. All right. Share the stream. Tell your friends. Tell your friends we're back. I've got a new record coming out. Links will be everywhere. Listen to it. Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, or Apple Music, whatever it is. Deezer, Phoebo, Lilo, all of those. Tubi, probably. I'm sure.
Beep-boo.
I think I'm in some Tubi movies. I'm sure. Listen to it. Listen to the new record. It's called The Return. It'll be really good. Dance to it. Dance to it. Ask me questions about it. Make my day. All right. Let's get out of here. Let's leave now. I love you, Arianthe. It's so good to see you. We're gonna do this more. We got to see our comfy new stream setup. We're gonna do this more.
Yeah.
So we'll be back. I wasn't lying this time. People who have been around for years and have lied for years. Back for real. All right. Bye.
Bye.